Shall we begin with experiment number two, right? So in the last week, okay, we have started like how to like use multisim. What are the different tools? What are the different toolbars in the multisim? Like I have explained you, there are mainly three toolbars. Okay, the first one is the component toolbar, from which we will take all the components. Okay, and the second one is the simulation bar, from which you can run the simulation, you can pause the simulation, and you can stop the simulation. The third one is the instruments toolbar, from which you can take all the instruments, from which all the instruments will be available in this toolbar. For example, multimeter we will use to measure the voltage, current, resistance, etc. And also there will be available function generator to provide input. Okay, and also oscilloscope is available to like verify the sinusoidal nature of the output. Okay, these all we have like discussed during the last week, and also during the last week we have like practically seen how to use multisim for experiment number one. The experiment number one was basic electrical measurements and laws. Okay, in that we have seen how to verify practically Ohm's law using multisim, Kirchhoff's voltage law using multisim, Kirchhoff's current law, and series and parallel resistances. Whatever you have studied previously, okay, with respect to the theory, okay, you have studied about the Ohm's law, Kirchhoff's voltage law, Kirchhoff's current law, and the series and parallel resistances. Whatever the formulas you have used in the last week, we have seen it practically and verified it practically as per the theory formulas, right? So today, inshallah, let us start with experiment number two. Okay, so let me share you the screen. Okay, so So the lab manual is already available in the lectures tab, right? So the experiment two is about the theorems of electric circuit analysis. Okay. In this experiment, we are going to verify practically the superposition theorem, verify practically the Thevenin's theorem, verify practically the maximum power transfer theorem. Okay, so what is the objective? We are going to verify all these three theorems. Okay, so for superposition theorem, okay, let us start with superposition theorem. There are three circuits we have to prepare. Okay, so using this first circuit, okay, we will find what is the total current I0. Okay, using the second circuit B, using the multimeter, we are going to find what is the current I1, for example. Okay, is it mentioned I1? Yeah, I0. We are going to find current I01. Using the third circuit, we are going to find the current I02. Okay. So first of all, before we start, do you remember what is superposition theorem? Do you remember what is superposition theorem? What does superposition theorem states? Anyone? You have studied in the theory in the last semester. Okay, and also in the hardware part lab manual you can find the rule. What is the theorem? What does the theorem states? Let me make a review for it. uh, Superposition theorem states that in any linear circuit, okay, the overall response of the circuit is equal to the sum of individual responses when only one source is acting alone at a time. Okay, for example, let us come back to the circuit. So this is the main circuit. Okay, in this you can see there are two sources. Okay, so using the two sources V1 and V2, we will find the current, the first current I0. This is the total current. Okay, then what we will do, we will delete this second, we will delete this second source. Okay, we are going to delete the second source. You can see we have made it short circuit. The second source is not available here, right? So we will find what is the current. That will be, we will take I01. Then For the first circuit, we will delete the first DC supply. You can see this is short circuit. The first DC source is not available. So again, we will find what is the current. This total current should be equal to this current plus this current. If it is equal, then we can say that the superposition theorem is verified. Am I right? Yes. Yes. What about others? Abdullah Ahmed, Abdullah Fawaz. Any questions? Did you understand? Okay. Abdullah Ahmed is not available. It's okay. So let us start with the multisim. Okay. So you can identify here, okay, from the lab manual, how many components are available. This is the DC power, DC voltage source, right? And we require one DC voltage source, three resistors, one multimeter, another DC voltage source, and ground. Yes. So first, let us make the circuit A. What we require? We require from the sources, power sources, DC power. DC, that is nothing but DC voltage source, right? So click OK, place it here. This is the first one. And also same we require the second one. Okay, just the value of the voltage is different. Here is the second. Also we require a ground. Okay, ground is available here. So click OK, the ground is available here, right? And coming back to it, what else we require? We require three resistor. R1 is 330, R2 is 220, R3 is 150. And before that, V1 is 10 volts, V2 is 5 volts. So let us make the changes. V1 is 10 volts. So change the value to 10. V2 is change the value to 5. Okay. And we require a resistor. Resistor is available in place basic. So click place basic, select the resistor. Okay, you can select any value. Later on you can change that value, right, by double clicking it. So this is one resistor, click OK. This is another resistor, click OK. This is the third resistor. We require three resistors only. Okay, so let us change the values. As you can see, the value of the first resistor is 330 ohms. Value of the second resistor is 220 ohms. Value of the third resistor is 150. So 330, 220. So double click this. This value is 330. Okay. And another value is 220. And this value, this resistor is vertical. So make it vertical. And what is the value for this resistor? It is 150. Understand? Any questions? If any questions, you can ask me. Any questions still here? Shall I proceed? Are there any questions? Brothers, are you getting me? Clear. What about others? Abdullah Fawaz? Okay, let us proceed then. So we require, as per the diagram, you can see we require one multimeter. Okay, so let us consider one multimeter. Okay, multimeter, you know, it is available here. You can see here, it is multimeter, right? So click multimeter and place here. You know that it is rotated, so rotate clockwise and move accordingly. Any questions till here? So then complete the connections. So how are the connections? As per the lab manual, you are supposed to make the connections. So complete the connections. You know how to make the connections, right? Okay, these are the connections, and you can say that this current with respect to two sources, we will place a graphic and a text. So let us say that this current is I0, the first current. Okay, so let me put it here to say that this current is I0. Okay, so now you can see there are another two circuits. Okay, in circuit B. Okay, in circuit B we are going to find I01. In circuit C, we are going to find I02. So in circuit B, I01 with V1 only. Yani V1 will be same. V2 we are going to delete it, short circuit it. In C, circuit C, to find I02 with V2 only, means V2 will be same, and V1 we are going to delete it. Okay. So let us, so for this what we will do, we will simply select these all, select all. Okay. So you can say right click, copy. If you select all, copy, and then if you right click again, paste. Okay, it all of them will appear here. Understand with this? So same again. So this is here. So again we need the third one. So again right click, paste. All of them are available here. Okay. So in here, for the first circuit, we know that we are supposed to consider V1 only. So we will keep V1 10 volts as same. We will delete this. So simply click this and delete. Okay. And complete the connection. Okay. We have deleted it. For this next part, we are supposed to delete V1. We are supposed to keep V2 only. So here click this, right click, delete. Okay, then complete the connection, and for you can move the part, this connection accordingly. Okay, and we know that this is I01. Double click it, make it I01. This is I02. Okay, so this is I01, this is I0, this is I02. Any questions still here? So I can say that this multimeter, we are going to measure the current, so use current, amperes. This multimeter we are going to use as current to find I01. This is to find the current I02. Use current. Any questions here till here? Okay, so yeah, it's clear. So now run the simulation. Okay, if you run the simulation, what is the current I0? So you can say the current I01 is 24.8. So let me write for superposition theorem. I0 is nothing but 28.8. It is milliampere anyhow. Okay. What is I01? I01 is 14.1. I02 is 10.6. So 14.1 milliampere. I02 is 10.6 milliampere. Okay, so now, like, you can say that since I0 is equals to I01 plus I02, whether check, all of you check, I01 is equals to I01 plus I02. Takriban, there are some losses obviously. No, so this is not 28. This is 24. So let me copy and paste again. Okay, so now I01, you can say that I01 is Okay, let me copy and paste again. So this is, what is I01? I01 is 24.8, right? Let us check again. This is the final values we are getting. Okay, so I01 is 24.8, I0 is 24.8, I01 is 14.1, I02 is 10.6, right? So now we can say that since I0 is equals to I01 plus I02, okay, is it equal? I0 is equals to I01 plus I02, takriban, yes? So I can say that superposition theorem is verified. If it is not almost equal, you can say that it is not verified. But here we have used the concept of superposition theorem to verify. So it will definitely verify. Okay, brothers? Okay, so let us stop the simulation. Okay, so let us make it new, another design. In this, we are going to, so this is about superposition here. Okay, next we have Thevenin's theorem. Okay, so in Thevenin's theorem, what you have to do, you have to like complete, what does Thevenin's theorem state? It states that any circuit, okay, can be like simplified to a uh, any like what does Thevenin's theorem states? Any circuit can be represented in a simplified circuit consisting of V Thevenin and R Thevenin and load resistor in series with each other. Okay, this is nothing but let me show you. This is nothing but Thevenin's theorem. Like if you revise it, it will be easy for you to remember. Let me show you. Okay, what does Thevenin's theorem say? Any two-port linear network, any circuit can be replaced by, that is equivalent to, an independent voltage source in series with resistance. The source voltage, open circuit voltage between the port 2 and the resistance is equivalent to this. So you can say that any circuit, whatever may be the circuit, a big circuit, okay, like this, can be represented in VTH in series with RTH in series with RL. Okay, so it means that in Thevenin's theorem, we are supposed to find VThevenin, we are supposed to find RThevenin. First, we are supposed to find a voltage, that will be VThevenin. Next, we are supposed to find the resistance, equivalent resistance, that is RThevenin. And then at the end, we have to place RL, that will be the final option. Okay, final circuit. Understand? So let us do this. As per the circuit diagram, we have to prepare three circuits. Okay, you know that this circuit is similar to the first. So copy the first, okay, from here, right? Copy and paste it here. This is the first circuit. Can you see? Just multimeter is not available. So from here, delete the multimeter, join the circuit. Okay, brothers. So let me check again. This is 330, 220, 150, 10 and 5. 10 and 5, 330, 220 and 150. Right? So there is no I0. This is the first circuit. Next, what is the second circuit? In the second circuit, we have VThevenin. Yani we are supposed to measure VThevenin. So again, right click, paste from the previous one. This is for VThevenin. Yani we have to use this for VThevenin. Okay. Then we have to use this circuit, the similar circuit, and in this you can see there is no R3. 150 ohms is not available. So from here, delete 150 ohms. From the second circuit, delete 150 ohms. And this is VThevenin. right? Next, again, copy and paste this, right click, copy, okay, and right click, paste, it is here. From this, what is the circuit shown? There is no input supply, there is no DC voltage, okay, both the DC voltage are deleted. So from here, delete this DC, delete this DC, complete the circuit again. Understand? Understand about the three circuits? Yes. So what is the fourth circuit? In the fourth circuit, there are three components. One is V5, that is, this is VThevenin, RThevenin, and this is I0. Okay. So let us complete it. So let me write here, this is RThevenin. Okay. In the fourth circuit, okay, you have to place a voltage source. Yani place a voltage source and a resistor. Okay. So let us place a voltage source. Place source from the power sources, DC power, place a source, okay, and place a ground. You are supposed to place a ground. Then you are supposed to place from the place basic, you are supposed to place the resistor, okay. You can put any value for the resistor, and we have remove, we will take another resistor here, okay. In this, the resistor is not mentioned, so no worries. And also we will put a multimeter, so copy this, copy and paste. This is another multimeter, okay. Let me complete the connection. Okay, so you can say that this multimeter is to measure I0. Okay, so before we start, so if suppose this is used to measure the voltage, it is VThevenin, so measure the voltage, okay. This is to measure the resistance, so yani ohms, okay. If you run the experiment, what you will get, what is the voltage you are getting? 7. This is VThevenin, okay. What is the resistance you are getting? 132. So let me write it here. So for Thevenin's theorem, okay, we are getting VThevenin as 7 volt, okay, and RThevenin as 132 ohms, okay. So this is initial. So this same, yani this should be taken as, change the label, it is VThevenin, okay. This should be VThevenin, and change the label for this, it should be RThevenin, okay. And this label, it will be RL, okay. So this VThevenin value should be equal to the VThevenin. Whatever you have got in the second circuit, the same value should be here. So double click this, make this value as 7. If you got 8, make this value as 8. RThevenin, what is the value you have got for the equivalent resistance in circuit 3? You should put the same value here. So value, RThevenin value is 132 ohms, okay. RL will be nothing but, from the first circuit, the difference between first circuit, second circuit, and third circuit, you can see in the first circuit there was R3. In the second circuit and third circuit, there is no R3, right? So that is the value you are supposed to use, same. That is 150. Understand? Understand how you have to prepare the fourth circuit? And if you prepare this, we are going to find the current. And if you run this, You can see the current will be 24.8 milliampere. So now the current from this, hence current I0 is same 24.8 milliamperes. Okay, you can see the current, we have used the same circuit for superposition and we have used the same circuit for Thevenin. Just the difference is with the theorem concepts. What is the theorem state? That is the difference. But you can verify that the current I0 in superposition is also 24.8 and the current I0 in Thevenin theorem is also 24.8, right? Any questions in superposition and Thevenin's theorem? No. So let us move to the maximum power transfer theorem. One of the main applications of Thevenin's theorem. The main application of Thevenin's theorem is maximum power. Okay. So all this procedure will be same. At the end, you have to use these two formulas. RL formula is equals to RTH. Maximum power formula is V Thevenin square ila 4 RTH. Okay. So if I say that if you use for the same circuit, okay, so the circuit is same, just you have to put this is VL and IL. Okay, and based upon that, you have to increase the value of the load resistor in steps. You have to measure voltage and current. Then you have to use the formula for power to find the maximum power. Okay, so this will be part C, maximum power transfer theorem will be like your assignment. Okay, complete this assignment and in multisim and ask me if you have any question. Okay, and also complete the lab report, include the results for the maximum power transfer theorem and submit it to me through lab report template from the course message. Okay, so also I have seen that like only 8 students, okay, have submitted me the report. Remaining 3 students have not submitted. These are the students who have submitted the reports: Fahad, Abdul Majid, Abdullah Fahaz, Abdul Aziz, Hassan Fai, Abdullah Ahmad, Muaz, Turki Faiz. So the remaining students has not submitted me the lab report. So the remaining students will get 0 anyhow. Yes, Muaz. Yes, tell me, Muaz. I'm listening to you. Any question, Muaz? More explanation about table 1. So table 1 from experiment number 2. Then which experiment? Which table 1? This one from the lab manual. Was you mean table number one from the lab manual? You mean, for example, this table? Yes. So in this table, like you have, it says what are the different components you are using. For example, in the lab manual, I have mentioned you here. Okay. In the, you can say like an introduction. Okay. Before experiment number one. Okay. There is a table. So suppose this is the circuit diagram. The table is here. It is the same table. Okay. It has what is the name of the component. Okay. For example, I say you that this is a DC voltage source. So the name is DC voltage source or a battery. Okay. And component location in the multisim software, where is the component modude. So this, you know that this battery is present where it is present from place source. Let me share you the screen again. Yeah. So where is the, you can see where is DC voltage source present. It is present in place source, power sources, DC power. So let me show you. It is available in the place source. Click this, and here you are supposed to select the power sources and DC power. It is available, yani it is modude here. Understand? So in the next, it is asked what is the symbol. You know the symbol is like this. It is plus minus. And adjusting component parameters. How to adjust the component parameters? Double click on the component to change value 30 volts and display name VS. So how we are supposed to double click this? Double click, you can change the value as per the circuit, and you can change the label for the name. This is about explanation about table 1. Okay. It is an example is already available in the lab manual, and it is only the steps. What is the name of the component, where it is present in the multisim, and how is the symbol for the component, and how to change that. So you can see the last one is the ground. Okay, ground, where it is place source, power source, and ground. It, the symbol is like this. You don't need to change the ground. There is no value or name for the ground, so it is dash. Understand, Moz? Yes, apparatus. No, no, apparatus. Simply you can write it like this, or else simply no need to complete this for the apparatus. Simply for the apparatus, let me show you what it is given. Yeah, the equipment name. In the equipment name, first you will write serial number is one. Equipment name, for example, first it is DC power supply. Okay, so equipment serial number. There is no serial number, so make it dash. Okay, and next, what is the range? The range, what is the value for Ohm's law? First of all, Ohm's law, the value is 12. So in here, write 12. And how many you need? You need only one. So write here one, like this. Understand? Apparatus is the, like expressing apparatus is very simple. Just for this lab manual was prepared not for the like online. It was prepared based upon the general classes. Okay, so that is the lab manual is applicable in that manner, but for the online understanding, it is not that that apparatus is not required. Okay. Any questions further? So if you got the point, If you don't have any question, kindly you can submit me the lab report before Sunday, inshallah. And in the next class, we will study about experiment number 3. Okay, brothers. If you don't have any question, you can take a leave. We will meet, inshallah, online in the next week, same time, inshallah. Okay. Welcome, brother Maas. Assalamu alaikum, everyone.